So in this video we're going to create a ranked auction with a questionnaire. So in this event we as the client will invite a number of suppliers to come and bid against each other in order to win a bit of business. And as it's a ranked auction, it'd be a set period of time, like 30 minutes for those suppliers to bid against each other. I'm not going to add any variables in this. We will add some weighting to the questionnaire, but wholly we'll base this mostly on price. So we'll allow each supplier to bid against each other, see where they rank in the auction, and the lowest price will win. So what we're going to do is set up the auction and show you how to actually create a ranked auction with a questionnaire. So what we do is we go to create event and we're going to create a new event. You'll see by default the event type will be a ranked auction, so we'll leave it as it is. It'll be event number 14. I can change the name, but I'm not going to. And I can also change the start date and time using the calendar, and I'm just going to choose the same time as we already had. And then the currency code is GBP. If I tick this box saying send automatic email reminders to suppliers, that will mean if suppliers haven't come back, they'll automatically be reminded to do so. In the auction settings, I'm going to leave the plan type as a reverse auction. Reverse auctions mean that the lowest price is going to end up ranking first, and the auto time extension of 5 minutes. And what that means is, as the auction is going to last 30 minutes, as you can see here, if someone bids in the last 5 minutes, the time frame will automatically be extended by 5 minutes. This prevents suppliers waiting to the last couple of seconds to bid in order to win. So then you've got a minimum bid increment of 1%. Again, I can change this, but I'm going to leave it at 1%, and that means a supplier to submit another bid has to be 1% lower than the previous bid. And then I'm going to allow suppliers to bid on individual lots. So I'm going to create 2 lots in this event, and I'm going to allow them to bid on each individual lot rather than collectively in one lot. I'm not going to add an email address to email the results to in this particular occasion. And then I go to save and continue. I've already pulled in a questionnaire from the document library, from the questionnaire library. So we already have our list of questions here that we intend to ask. I can also set a deadline for the questionnaire. So I'm going to put the 30th at 7:40. It's called supplier questionnaire. It's weighted by question and section, so each section has to add up to 100%, and each of the questions within a section has to add up to 100%. So you can see here 100, 100, 100, 100. That means that it's all correctly proportioned. I've also added questionnaires where there is yes or no questionnaires, or drop down from a checkbox, or that's it. So it's going to score the questions automatically when a supplier answers these questions. Now again, all the questions in Procurement Pal are customizable by the client. So if you want to have any questions added in your questionnaire, you can add whatever you like within the questionnaire itself. So I'm going to leave that questionnaire as it is and save and continue. I'm quite happy with that. And I'm going to add a lot item. So I'm going to say lot 1. Should be lot 1, not lot 2. And I'm going to say 100 unit of measure, meters squared. So I'm going to do a square meter. Current price £22. Qualification price £22. Current price is what I'm paying. If you don't have a current price, give it an estimate. And the qualification price is the price that the supplier needs to get to in order to compete for this. And then I can choose a file if I want to. Specifications, you can see on other training videos how to add this in here. So you just select the file and choose from your hard drive or wherever it may be to pull a file into here. And that could be the specification about the lot itself. Then I'm going to add a second lot. So this will be lot 2, quantity 200. And again, this can be per square meter. I'm going to say £24 and save. So I've got my 2 lots that the suppliers will actually be bidding for in order to win this business. So we've got a valuation there of how much these 2 lots are worth. I go to next. I'm not going to add any variables to this event. I've got a questionnaire, and so it's going to be purely based off of price and questionnaire. And in this particular instance, I'm going to weight the auction 90% based on price and 10% based on the questionnaire. So this means if two suppliers come back and bid the same amount, the supplier that gets a better score in the questionnaire will be ranked first. So you can use the questionnaire and the weighting for the questionnaire in order to award the piece of business out to your suppliers. In other videos you can see other variables that you can pull in here, so you could pull in anything like lead time or payment terms or quality or brand or ease of business. Whatever you want to do you can put in, but for this particular event we're just going to have price and questionnaire, and I'm going to save and continue. I've pulled in the terms and conditions. That's automatic from my document library. I'm not going to add any other documents here. And then I'm going to add a group of suppliers, which is going to be all my suppliers that can supply carpets. So I pulled in that group that can supply carpets, and when I press next, the questionnaire is enabled, but the end date is in the past. So I need to go back to my questionnaire here. End date is in the past. So if I go to 31st, I'd say it needs to be done by 8 AM. And then I'm ready to go, having changed the time for the questionnaire to be finished. So what that means is, as a supplier now, I've got a deadline for the questionnaire, which is 8 o'clock in the morning, and the start date for the actual event is in the evening. You can make those times and dates whatever you wish. You do need to have an hour difference between the two, because you've got to give yourself a bit of time to score the questionnaire in advance of the auction itself. So we do ask that 1 hour at least is left between finishing the pre-qualification questionnaire and the auction itself. But as I said, you can put whatever times and dates you want to put on there. So once now we actually put together the event, all we need to do is schedule the event, and automatically all the suppliers will be invited. And there you go, there's our event created for this ranked auction. Once the suppliers go through the process of RSVPing and say they want to compete, you'll start to see the status change, and you can see the next video for that part of the process. If there's any questions on this particular video, please email Dan at procurementpal.com.